Hey, Red here, and I just got done filming the entirety of the voiceover, only to find that there was some weird corruption sort of thing. I don't even know what happened. I'll play a clip right now. Intro. Okay. But either way, just wanted to let you know that since I don't feel like setting everything up fully again, audio quality is going to be a little worse for this video, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Apologies, and thanks for watching. I have a question. Why did you click on this video? Well, either you're one of the 0.1% of my regular viewers, or, more likely, the title and thumbnail of this video intrigued you. Which is funny, because at least a day after posting this, there will be like 7-ish thumbnail combinations. It's a whole thing, I'll talk about it later, but this leads me to the question of just how exactly does one make a good thumbnail? And that's what I want to talk about today. Hello, fellow humans, I'm your captain, Brad_Space Girl, and welcome to my ship. If you're new here, you can sign in by liking and hitting that lovely little subscribe button, and if you're not, welcome back. Lovely to see you again. As you returners will know, I'm a little baby YouTuber. While I've obviously seen YouTube thumbnails before, only recently have I been forced to sit down and ask myself what really makes a good thumbnail. What is something that people actually want to click on? Like, Moist Critical has been using the exact same format, and by format, I mean literally the bare minimum, for the last 15 years, and he seems to be doing pretty well. So, what makes something good? Like, obviously he has notoriety, but you see what I mean, right? So, with Art Fight over and needing some filler videos anyways, I decided it was about time that I locked in and really found out how to make a good thumbnail. Let's get into it. Let's start with this, right? Sometimes it isn't the thumbnail that captures people's attention, obviously. If you're watching this video, I know you've seen Mom Found the Yowie. Don't lie to me. And that didn't exactly have an intriguing thumbnail, just the most insane title you could possibly think of. And that is an art in itself, coming up with a title memorable enough to become a meme. But we aren't here for sillies, are we? Because because YouTube isn't a freaking joke, is it? Yeah, I didn't think so, pal. So during this discussion, we are not discussing Mom Found the Yowie, or I think I avoided getting murdered at Bible camp, or any of that low-quality thumbnail crap. We want peak. This is an art. Got it? Good. Speaking of art, I am an art YouTuber who, get this, watches a lot of art YouTubers, so I thought the best place to start would be those YouTubers' thumbnails. I recommend doing this with some of your own favorite YouTubers as well, if you're wanting to become a content creator. It's kind of hard to judge based off views alone, because videos on certain topics may have just done well because that topic was trending at the time. However, that thumbnail did properly convey what the video was talking about, so that's something. Okay, that's pretty obvious, but that's, a good point. That's something that makes a good thumbnail. Clear, to the point, tells you what's up. This means being at the center of the thumbnail, or maybe nudged to the side a little bit. For a gaming YouTuber, this is showing the game title or a screenshot from the game. Or for an art YouTuber like me, this is the characters that I've drawn, or, I don't know, is something along those lines. Here's one of my last thumbnails. It's about Art Fight, and wouldn't you know it, there's the Art Fight logo. Another thing I noticed pretty quickly with almost all thumbnails is bright colors. There's this lovely feature on YouTube that allows you to put more than one thumbnail or title at a time. It then runs a poll determining which combination gets more views. One thing I learned from both this and the many YouTubers I studied is that the more bright colors, the better. Of course, a video with bright colors is going to stand out against a bunch of gray. It makes even more sense for artists because, colors. I've also learned that people really like getting told things in big, bold text. Think game theory. Think wrong, right. Think does he know? Side note, I just watched the Batman from 2022, and I actually didn't know Does He Know? Like, that was a screenshot from the movie, and so you can, like, imagine my surprise when that part happens on screen. I was like, whoa, I know that one. Anyways, but people really like that stuff. So far throughout my YouTube career, I've been actually writing the words, but most people find a good, very legible, very bold text, impact font being particularly popular. What else? Well, probably some sort of visual identity. Not to get all sort of corporate-y talk here, but that is, from a technical standpoint, exactly what it is. Easy example. You know how I was talking about Moist Critical, right? His slightly stretched out face in every thumbnail is his visual identity. People immediately know it's him and can say, hey, new Moist Critical video out, time to watch. Same for Markiplier with his face in the thumbnail, and not to speak of the devil, but the same goes for a certain beast. For a lot of gaming or commentary YouTubers that use Facecam, the face is kind of the pivotal visual aid. But what about channels that don't rely on a person talking straight to the camera? Game Theory has that big, bold green text and their logo somewhere in the thumbnail. Lavender Town? Her thumbnail format is so popular that everyone and their mother has used it, including me. Look at that split screen with a neon background and the text at the top and tell me you haven't seen it somewhere. Even her banner follows at least some of those rules that she set for her thumbnails. But let's get more specific. Let's talk about art YouTubers. That's why I'm here, right? Well, if they're not using the tried and true Lavender Town, let's see. They've all got a Sona in each thumbnail, along with the general color scheme. Actually, look, here's Actually Ray. They've got their Sona, of course, and those are pastels. Lots of pinks, greens, some blues. What about Inkyo? We've got the Sona, of course, with light blues and yellows. Emma Artley, oh, there's the Sona again. Less of a general color scheme, though I notice a lot more blue and some black on occasion, and a little rim light. I think that's the right word. But do you see what I mean? These YouTubers have sat here and made their own brands, and that is how they are getting you, the viewer, to recognize their channel immediately. Do you see it? Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? If you're just here for kicks and giggles and you're not trying to make a channel, you've been gotten by the branding beasts. These are sort of brands, like not corporate brands, not like Nike in disguise, but these are people who have made their own brands so that you immediately recognize them as them. Interesting how that works, huh? It's not insidious, obviously, but it is very interesting. Something human brain and patterns. Like a thumbnail that is genuinely insane, sort of the flip side of the goofy title idea we talked about earlier, can work on occasion. But if you want to become a content creator and have people regularly recognize your work to have a lasting career, this is kind of what you have to do. When people are looking for videos, your channel name is displayed in small text. The first thing people are going to notice is the thumbnail. So we've got our list now. Here's what makes a good thumbnail. Clearly tells viewers what the video is about, which, no duh. Then we've got the bright, eye-catching cocomelon colors. Then we've got the big text, usually short, bold words. Then the subtle-ish branding to tell your viewers exactly who they're about to watch. So let's talk about the several thumbnails I made for this video and how I tried to implement these rules. Okay, so I'm kind of sat here on my iPad and I'm going to just scroll through all of the different versions that I have. So the first one is basically I have thumbnails written in big red text with my Sona, of course, because I've kind of done this thing where I I draw my little Sona and then I have a sort of, I don't know, bubble, and it looks like paper to kind of emulate like my thumbnails. I thought it was cool. Anyways, and I'm writing thumbnails in big text and there's question marks at the bottom. I don't know, it gets my point across pretty well. Has my own thumbnails in the background. So yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I did. I might do a version where I have thumbnails in clearer text, because this might be hard for people to read now that I think about it, but we'll see. I'll change it later if I feel like it. And then so then I was like, okay, what if I do one of those kind of artsy almost, you know, when people just have the white screen and then the Arial text. And so I have one version that's the art of YouTube thumbnails and the other that's just thumbnails, right? And I don't know, I got my little Sona in there, just, you know, I have to be on brand. But there's really not much to it. So on to the next one. I thought I'd try to copy, you know, like the little sniper wolf reaction face thing. I thought that'd be really funny. And so then I just changed the hue of and oversaturated my actual thumbnail, like the original drawing I made. And then, you know, big red circle with arrows and such. I thought it was funny. I think I'm funny. Oh no. So this next one I made two versions of. I made one with like my actual Sona and then one with the Mr. Beast face. I forgot to actually give myself glasses either. That's so creepy looking. I thought, okay, we got the clear text, or the clearer text, we got my thumbnails in the background. What better than like the classic Mr. Beast soulless smile with the arms outstretched? Because they always have their arms outstretched. Have you ever noticed that? Like in Mr. Beast thumbnails or all sorts of other ones. I swear I've seen it in other ones. But I just thought I was funny for that one. So, and then next one we have the split screen Lavender Town. You know how it is. We have the simpler thumbnail version on one side and then a really oversaturated of the like thumbnail, the other one from earlier on the right side. And is that it? Is that it? So yeah, but those are my thumbnails. So yeah, what have we learned today? YouTube thumbnails are really freaking easy once you get into it. You don't need oversaturated colors. Crap, you don't even need to follow any of the advice in this video to make a good one. It's just if you want, I don't know, I guess if you want people to be more likely to recognize your stuff, it's helpful to follow some of this advice. You know, take it with a grain of salt. I kind of feel like Captain Obvious talking about all of this, because it's like, okay, well, obviously you want to put your face in the thumbnail, duh, but I don't know, maybe this will help someone. Bye! Right, so I really don't have anything written out for this end bit, but here we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I worked very hard on it, as per usual. I'm going through a few changes right now, so my next video may not come out on time. Apologies in advance if that's true. I also want to take the time to thank everyone who sent me art on ArtFight so much. There is so much beautiful art that has been made, and I haven't gotten around to commenting my thanks on everyone's pieces, but just know I am so super grateful. Please like, subscribe. My commissions are down in the description below, along with all of my socials. You can find pretty much all of that on my card. Again, link down below. So yeah, please check that stuff out. If you can help an artist out, that would be so sick. No pressure whatsoever, but yeah. That's kind of all I have today. I'll see you next time. Transmission over.